Hi students, how are you all? Are you all fine? Okay. Today we are going to study chapter 4 of class 8. We already studied two topics, that is metal reacting with oxygen to form metallic oxide and non-metal reacting with oxygen to form non-metallic oxide, that we already studied in the previous class. Okay, today we are going to study how the metals and non-metals react with water. Okay, first one, metal reacting with water. Metal reacting with water to form metal hydroxide and hydrogen gas. So, a metal reacting with water to form a metal hydroxide and hydrogen gas. Okay, so a metal plus water gives what? Metallic hydroxide. Metallic hydroxide plus there is an evolution of hydrogen gas, that is hydrogen gas. Okay, this hydrogen gas can be tested by showing a flame, a glowing flame on reactive test tube. Then you can hear a pop-up sound. Okay, that hydrogen burns with a pop sound. So, it is a way to identify whether a reaction contains hydrogen gas or not. So, we are going to the example, that is metal reacting with oxygen to form metallic hydroxide and hydrogen gas. So, I am taking a metal, for example sodium here. Sodium is a metal. So, sodium reacting with water. What is the formula of water? That is H2O. H2O. Sodium, the simple Na reacting with water, that is H2O, to give metallic hydroxide. What is the metal here? Sodium is the metal. So that sodium hydroxide is forming there. So sodium hydroxide, that is NaOH, is forming here, plus hydrogen gas is forming, that is H2. So we want to balance this equation. How we can balance this equation? That is 2Na plus 2H2O gives 2NaOH plus H2 gas. Okay, in this way you can balance this equation. That is sodium reacting with water to form sodium hydroxide, is metallic hydroxide and a hydrogen gas. How we can test the hydrogen gas? If we are reacting these reactions in a test tube and we are showing a matchstick, glowing matchstick, then you can hear a pop sound. It is because of the evolution of hydrogen gas. Are you clear? Then, I already said that metal reacting with water to give metallic hydroxide. Then, all metals will not react with water to form metallic hydroxide. Some metals react with water to form metallic hydroxide. For example, sodium. Then, what about other metals? For example, silver, gold, etc. will not react with water. So, there are also metals which will not react with water. Example, gold, silver, etc. will not react with water. Okay, then what about the sodium metal? I already said that sodium react with water and oxygen, with oxygen also is very reactive. So that this sodium and then potassium also, sodium and potassium, we were keeping it in kerosene. Okay, sodium metal, sodium potassium, that is K, potassium K, sodium Na, etc. Okay, sodium and potassium are keeping in kerosene. Why? This sodium and potassium is very reactive to water as well as oxygen, that we already studied in previous class. So, this sodium potassium are keeping in kerosene in order to avoid the reaction with water or air. So, this is an application for application of a metal also. Okay. So, what we studied? Metal react with water to form metallic hydroxide. Then all metals will not form metallic hydroxide by reacting with water. For example, gold and silver. Then sodium and potassium are very reactive to water and oxygen, are keeping in kerosene in order to avoid the reactivity with water and oxygen. Very clear? Then what about the non-metals? Then we are going to study what happens when non-metal react with water. Non-metal plus water. There is no any reaction with water. Okay, there is no any reaction. No reaction. So, the non-metals will not react with water. For example, phosphorus. Phosphorus. This phosphorus is non-reacting with water, but this phosphorus, a non-metal, is highly reactive in oxygen or air. It is very reactive to air, so that we cannot open this phosphorus in the air or oxygen. So, we are keeping this phosphorus in water. Okay, phosphorus keeping in water. Keeping in water. Why? Phosphorus is a non-metal. With water, non-metal have no reaction. So, we can keep the phosphorus in water. This phosphorus non-metal is highly reactive to oxygen. So, we can't expose it into atmosphere. It will catch fire easily when exposed to atmosphere. So, we are keeping it in water. Okay, are you clear? Okay. So, the non-metal which have no reaction with water. Okay. So, what all we studied today? We studied how the non-metal and metal react with water. Here, metal with water gives metallic hydroxide, example sodium. Then, non-metal do not react with water, example phosphorus. Okay, let's wind up today's section here. Thank you.